Ladies and gentlemen, it's your boy, Ryan Dins, and on this episode, I want to talk to you about limiting beliefs and why are they stopping you from reaching your goals. But before we do that, I want you to hit the like and subscribe button so you can get these knowledge bombs every week. Let's go! Woo! Alright, so a lot of business and wealth creation is mental. And a lot of people don't believe that they can reach their goals. This used to be me. I used to believe that wealth was only for rich people, that you have to get really lucky to achieve any sort of great wealth. That's simply not true. Anybody on this planet can change their situation for the better if they believe in themselves. There's something that a lot of people have out there that's called self-limiting beliefs. And basically, self-limiting beliefs are they don't believe that they can have something. They feel like it's not for them. Oh, well, I don't have rich parents. I can't do that. I didn't go to a good college. I can't do that. I'm too old. I can't do it. I don't have the right friends. I don't have the right connections. I was born in a poor country. There's so many different self-limiting beliefs and stories and excuses that people tell themselves. And the reality is that the reason that they are not reaching their goals is because of these beliefs. It's not because of their circumstances. You really want to focus on what you want and then believe that you can have it. Because if you believe you can have something, the universe has a way of allowing you to get that. Ever since a couple years ago, I started believing this, things have gotten a lot better for me. But let me tell you guys a quick story on where I was a few years ago. I was massively depressed, very anxious person with no money, getting fired from this job, having this low paying job, hating my life in about 2015, 2016. And then, I met a couple people that helped change my mind frame. One guy in particular that kind of coached me out of my bad mindset. What really happened was I started believing in myself. I was like, wow, I could do anything. This is pretty easy. And then I started making good money on the internet. I started making like $1,000 a day selling things on the internet. And my life just got a lot easier. And then I really started believing it. It was like once I saw what was possible, it made my life a lot easier because then I didn't have to try to believe it. I just did believe it because it came naturally. But in the beginning, if you're broke, if you're depressed, it's not going to come naturally. You got to work real hard at it. You gotta meditate, you gotta be grateful, you gotta read a lot of books, you have to have good health habits. I was an alcoholic years ago and I stopped drinking. I've been sober for almost 2 years and I made a lot of sacrifices in my life to better my life. And just like that, boom, all these better things started happening. Bad things don't happen to me very often anymore. Like they used to, just bad luck left and right. I'd be late for an interview, hit traffic. I'd run ads, my account would get banned. Now things seem to flow more smoothly. And the universe just has a weird way of that happening. You just kind of gotta know what you want. You gotta believe you can have it, and you gotta go get it. But one of the very important things is you can't put too much importance into something. You can't say, oh, well, I'll be happy when I get $1 million. You have to say, well, I'm happy now, and I'm grateful to be alive. And if I get it, fine. If I don't, whatever. And then you will get it. There's a lot of miracles out there in the world. If you go on the path that you need to go on and just keep working hard, you'll eventually see these miracles come to you. And life just gets a lot easier. You just have to believe in yourself. I know I keep saying this over and over again, but your parents, your teachers, especially society and the news, will tell you that you can't do whatever you want. Oh, well, that guy who's a billionaire, well, he's not you. He had some genius thing in his head that made him do that. It's like, no, that's not true. Anybody could do that. A lot of these people are nobodies. Like, look at a guy like Mark Cuban. You think he's a genius? Okay, I get it. Not everyone could be Elon Musk. But someone like Jeff Bezos, he's not a genius. There's only a few genius billionaire CEOs. A lot of these guys are just, and girls, are just normal people that had a real good work ethic and had a great idea and scaled it to the moon. So it doesn't matter what your goal is, unless it's athletics, okay. Let's be honest, if you're 45 years old and you can't throw a baseball, you're probably not going to be in the major leagues. But when it comes to things that are financial, which is what this channel is about, so if you're watching this, yes, it could mean you could do anything. And I really mean that, especially when it comes to investing. All you gotta do is find out what other people are doing and do it. Work hard, put as much money away as you can, and then just watch that money snowball. You know, like, I would say 95% of people in this country, in this world, but especially in this country, just go with the flow. They don't use their own mind. They don't use their creativity. And they're like a flock of sheep, just following the herd. You don't want to do that. You want to do what is in your heart and your soul tells you to do. You want to work hard and you can get anything you want. If you have self-limiting beliefs, you're not going to be able to crush your goals because something is just going to stop you every time. It's almost unexplainable, but I don't want to get too deep into it, but there's something called metaphysical science where there's little energy that you can't see out there that will make you not get what you want if you don't believe you're worthy of having it. You have to believe you're worthy of having it. And you have to go out, take one step in front of the other each day, and just keep going for it. And eventually you'll get it. And I truly believe that. It's worked for me. You watch my other videos to hear my story, but bottom line is, I was a depressed, broke alcoholic 2 years ago. Now I've been 2 years sober. My net worth went from negative 70 to I'm probably going to hit $100,000 net worth within the next like 8 months probably, most likely. As long as I stay on this path. And eventually this YouTube channel is going to bring me good things too. You know, I don't just make these for fun and to help everyone. I'm making this because I have goals. I want to be a big YouTuber. I want to help a lot of people. I want to inspire a lot of people. And I want to be very wealthy and I want to have lots of income streams. Right now I only have 4 income streams. I want to have 10. And I'm going to keep going for it. I'm going to keep taking my money and putting them in wise investments so that those investments can make me more money. And then the money I make from those investments can get invested in other ways. It's crazy how that works. You know, it's really hard to get your first 100 grand. And it's also really hard to get your first million. But it's easier to get your first million than it is to get your first 100 grand. Because once you're at 100 grand, then you're already part there. And then once you get to a million, getting to 10 millions, same thing. That's why the rich keep getting richer. Because once you have money, you can make your money work for you. You gotta look at every dollar as a warrior. You make your money warriors go to battle and get you extra money. That's how wealth works. If you just think that you could sit around, hanging out, watching Netflix, and then eventually you'll be rich, that's not how it works. I read books, I have good health habits, I meditate every day, and I really understand where I'm going, and I keep visualizing the goal every day. And eventually the goals are going to come to me. And so everything works. You just can't ever give up. You just got to keep going harder, keep working, and you don't want to work yourself to the grind. Like all these grind-entrepreneurs, I'm not saying it doesn't work for him, but that guy, Gary Vaynerchuk, not everybody wants to work 18 hours a day. You get burnt out and then you start going crazy and you don't reach it. I say if you just focus for 5 or 6 hours a day and don't have any distractions, that's just as good. Just really focused on what you need for a few hours each day, and eventually you're going to get what you need. So that's all I got for this episode. You're going to make sure you hit that like and hit that subscribe button because we're going to have awesome advice like this every week. And we're also going to have specific videos on which dividend stocks to buy to multiply your income. So thank you for watching and have a nice day.